What's good, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy D, right? This is D's Daily DD. First off, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice, right? So please don't take it as that. Don't make financial decisions based on my videos. Make your own decision. Do your own DD, right? But what I do is I just talk about my favorite stocks. I collect information, right? Public information, and then I just present it to you guys, and I give you my thoughts and opinions, all right? So yeah, guys, today the Bulls were in control, right, for AMC, even though it wasn't the squeeze, right? I mean, it was just a slow move up, but I think there's more moves to come because there is some resistance that we passed today that is important, all right, guys? And I'm gonna just, give you all the information and kind of like show you my perspective and what I'm looking at. It's not sustainable, all right? I don't think the shorts can hang on much longer with the interest rate hikes, the cost to borrow fee rising. It's becoming very, very expensive for them to hold these short positions, all right? And it looks like they literally have until the last day, right? Like the day prior to, like, say there's a dividend date. It looks like the shorts have until that last business day right before the dividend to decide if they want to stay in or not, right? And I have the receipt for that, right? I always like to bring the receipts. And yeah, I want to give a big shout out to the subscribers. We're still growing the family, the channel. It's amazing. This journey is just awesome, guys. And I truly enjoy it now. It's like, I mean, I always have, but it's like therapy to me now, right? So I really don't even care about the views anymore or nothing like that. Like, I just want to bring you the best information that I can and just an honest opinion, right? Because currently I'm not making money off this channel, right? I do it because I enjoy it. I put time, effort, research, all that stuff into this, right? So I always appreciate the people who come in and comment and leave likes, and if want to have a conversation with me, just leave me a comment down below, all right? So yeah, guys, let's jump into that information, all right, guys, because I want to show you some things. And yeah, last thing, next week, I'm going on vacation. I won't be making any videos for the next week, as far as like after 4th of July and so on, for that week, because I'll be out of town. But for now, I'm trying to bring you the most videos that I can until then, right? So cool, let's jump into this information because I do got stuff to show you. And I believe AMC it's at a very crucial, important part right now, right? That if we break up and we just get some volume in, we should see a nice run, in my opinion. Now, shout out to the silverback Charles Payne. I'm gonna read this tweet. He tweeted it yesterday, I believe. Oh yeah, yesterday. So, but he said it's short squeeze season again. Hedge funds are net short and their mouthpieces are all over TV trying to talk the market down another leg, but they are being squeezed big time. Heavy shorted names champing at the buy pre-market trading, right? So he sent this out yesterday, and today, it wasn't directly aimed and say AMC, right? But he's talking about the overall shorts in the market, I believe. Also, I forgot to like, so let me like that and retweet it, right? And then yeah, check this out. Another one bites the dust, right? So we got, did we do that? It says crypto fund 3 arrows capital ordered to liquidate today, right? Another one gone. So pay attention, the liquidations are happening. Yeah, this is crypto, but there has been multiple hedge funds and investigations and so on. So let's jump into the chart, guys. This is what I'm saying. No matter what, it wasn't the squeeze, but bulls were in control today, pushing the price up. We came to the end of this wedge and we were able to break out of it, right? So I expect to see more upside, and there's multiple signs, right? So this is just the 2-minute chart, so we're pretty zoomed in. The RSI is at 42. So let's go over to like the 10-minute chart. Let's see. I'm gonna delete these because I got some other things to show you, and there's a lot going on the chart that I got right here, right? So as I zoom out, you start to see, right, that we almost broke out of this supply and demand zone, all right, a couple of days ago. And then yesterday, right, we came back down, but luckily we were able to make our way back up, right? And I expect to see now more because we're trying to push, right? And if we can break this level, this 1450, it seems to be like every 50 cents is right now like the resistance, and when you break out, that's when you get that push or that pop, right? So let's zoom out. This is a bigger sign. I'm gonna go all the way to the 4 hours chart right here. Okay, now I do have a Fibonacci extension. As we zoom out, I'll talk to you about that, but right now let's zoom into this 4-hour chart and pay attention to the EMAs, right? So the EMA right here, right, we had already broken out of it, we came back, and now we're on top of it again. Okay, so that's a good sign. As well as this part right here where you see the blue line crossing. You want the blue line So I do expect to see something by Thursday or Friday, at least to 15 to maybe this resistance, right? See if we can get, because the last time we got rejected here. But if we just need some volume to come in and push. And even on low volume today, it was only 27 million volume for AMC. We still got a nice push, right? But look, this blue line hasn't crossed since we had that run of back here, right, to 34. So we know if we got that, if we get that cross, we're gonna get a confirmation there, right? That like the price, you're about to see something spike up, right? All the way to 34 was the last time. And then the blue line, under, right? It's been under until right now. It wants to cross back over, okay? And so I'm gonna leave these, you know, this was plan B, this is plan C. I deleted plan A because it didn't come to fruition, right? So this is just my kind of my prediction of where things can go, all right? So we're on the 4 hour, the RSI is at 56. So you still have a lot of room to run all the way to 90, basically, or 85 around there, all right? So that's a good sign. Let's move on just to the daily for what I want to show you guys. All right, so don't get all, you know, crazy on me with this extension. All right, guys, it's just a guide, it's just a range. All right, but when you put this extension, you grab the bottom, you know, the top, and then the bottom. Okay, and it's going to give you just an idea. It's not guaranteed, right? It's just kind of like levels, and this shows that it can go all the way to 300. All right, now can it go past that? Yes, absolutely. It doesn't have to stop there, but if the institutions can still control the hedge funds, right? If they still want to hold their short positions, even after we make our move over here, the next move, which nobody knows how high it's going to go, depends on too many things. You will see that, you know, most likely we will bounce around in these, you know, resistances, but the top of this is 300. All right, just wanted to point that out. Don't get all crazy. You gotta right, take everything with a grain of salt. It's just, you know, just tools that are on the chart to potentially give you an idea of what can happen. All right, and I believe that we are going to make a move here soon. I don't know if the shorts are going to stay in. I don't know if how much they're going to cover. I don't have that information, right? But I am pretty bullish on the daily chart, guys, because as long as we can come up and test, right? Like right now, this is super bullish that we closed on the one of the EMAs, right? Because it keeps wanting to test it, and this resistance too. If we can break out of this resistance, and especially if we move up to the 200 EMA, all right? If we get past the 200 EMA, guys, best believe there's going to be, you know, some pressure to move it up, right? Because even when we went here from, you know, this low to the 34, it didn't cross, right? It didn't even look like it was going to cross, all right? So we just need a little more time, but that would be a huge, you know, indicator saying that it could run hard, right? And then just back here, what I always pay attention to is this move right here, right? So when it dipped to the low and then it broke out of here, we had a run, just a bull flag, and then next thing you know, boom, right? It took off. And here again, let me stretch it out a bit so you can see it easier. So you have the W, right? You come down, hopefully we will see the bull flag come all the way here. And it's okay if it struggles at this line, right? But if it forms a bull flag and then it could finally break it, guys, that would be, again, just a huge sign, right? And we know what's happened in the past, right? And what would cause that, right? We already know that there's, you know, I mean, in my opinion, there's corruption, manipulation, all that stuff. And there's fake shares, right? And so if you look at this Susquehanna, you know, these are the top 10 shorts, institutions that are short. 11 million shares, guys, 4 million shares, almost 5 million, 2 million, 3 million, 2 million, 1.9 million, 1 million, Bank of America, right? These guys are going to lose big money, right? If it squeezes, like when it squeezes, not if, I like to say when it squeezes, that's what's going to be pushing the price up, right? All these people, these hedge funds, whatever, buying shares of AMC that they are short, that they borrowed, right? So if you have a second, I'm gonna put this link down. Go ahead and read this. AMC stock gains as House report reveals new details on Robinhood and Citadel, right? It is pretty interesting, and it's talking about how they waived $9.7 billion, right? I believe it's right down here. Here we go. So the DTCC, right? And the clearing corporation, then it would have defaulted on its collateral obligations on January 2021. January 2021, the DTCC waived $9.7 billion of its 6 of its members firms collateral deposit requirements, including Robinhood. All right, so this is, you know, new information pretty much. Like it's what we've been saying, right? And they were denying it, and now it looks like allegedly, right? We have proof here. So just pay attention to that. This is not sustainable. This is why I think our move is coming, because the cost to borrow fee, guys, that's exactly what I'm looking at. Like, this is not sustainable to where they can keep paying this crazy interest, and there's no shares again, right? But the fee had spiked to 29-30% yesterday. So if there's shares that do pop up, I expect to see the rate jump higher, right? And that's what I'm saying. Like last May, right, the fee went from like 1%, 2% to 94%. And then it came down, and then the price went up because I'm pretty sure the shorts got squeezed out, right, at that point. Because there's a lot of contracts right now that could be in the money at 14, right? There's some options in play, but more importantly, it's the fee, in my opinion, right? That I'm looking at. I want to see that fee just explode, because most likely that some of the shorts would be like, oh man, I'm losing too much money on the side. And then you have the margin requirements, too short. You're borrowing something that's not yours, so it's going to cost you more, right? And here's the fee again, but it's in a chart form, right? So when there was shares, that's why we couldn't make our move, right? Because there was all these shares that they had to short with millions. Right now, guys, there's no shares. Look, even this is saying there's no shares. That's why you continue to see the fee rise, right? This is what the squeeze is gonna look like, right? When we're sitting at, you know, $13, and then we move up, right? So just keep an eye on that. The fee is important because it has to do with the shorts directly. All right, so AMC just needs to do one thing, and I've made, you know, videos like this before, but it happened last time. So as long as on the daily, right, or on the 4-hour, if tomorrow or the next day we can get this blue line to cross, guys, I'm telling you, our move will show up. All right, so let's move on to, yeah, the options chain. AMC, right? There's a bunch at $15 and a bunch at $20, 11,000. So if we can make the run, we can get a breakout. You know, it should run to around $18, $20 at least, or in my opinion. Not financial advice, guys. And then let's just look at GME real quick. So it's also sitting in a very interesting spot, guys. I don't know why I can't get this thing to save the drawings, but I'll do it again because they got erased. All right, so you go down, you get as many touch points as you can, right? I'm gonna change this color to red so you can see it better. And then you get the top again, and there's another resistance that we were at, yeah, right here. So when it broke out right here, that's why you see it move up right to the next resistance, and it's riding it right now. It's trying to push. Okay, and then one more, I'm gonna draw one more, and then I'll zoom in, and this is GME, right? So it's anyone who says, you know, technical analysis doesn't work, I don't believe it. I love technical analysis because it just gives you, you know, guidelines. So look at how interesting this is, right? It bounced, came up, got rejected, it bounced. Now we're coming to the end of this wedge. You don't know what's gonna happen in the wedge, right? It can go up crazy, or it can go down crazy. That's the whole thing. But the pattern is here. This is a long, you know, chart, but it's coming to an end, guys. And I believe it's going to crack, right? Because it's in the green here. So that means it could still just crack its way out and start making a move. All right. Now, I don't have that many shares of GME. I only have a few, but I still, you know, believe that it will squeeze because of other things. Like, I'm not gonna spend too much time on GameStop here. What I really want to talk about right now is going to be Redbox. Okay, so there's this article here. It's talking about the merger, and just down here below, because it is a short squeeze, a top short squeeze candidate, right? So they're breaking down the merger and what's going on, and they believe that it would help CSSE, you know, the company that acquired Redbox, that they could also see a squeeze because there's 2 stocks right now. They haven't merged yet. And like I explained, they're planning to merge by the end of this year, by the second half of 2022, right? So let's see. In May, Neil predicted that if the merger worked out for anyone, it would be for CSE investors. He expects Redbox could see a near wipeout, right? So while that hasn't happened yet, it certainly seems likely. Short interest can't hold the stock forever, and that's true, right? The interest in Redbox will inevitably cool when it does. Redbox stock will be left with nowhere to go but down. All right, so be careful with this one, guys. It's super risky. I don't have that many shares either, but I have enough in case this thing jumps, because what just pisses me off, right, is the fact that there's 153% short interest. That means that more than the float is shorted, and nobody knows what's going on with the float. Let's see if there's any shares left. All right, 4,000 shares at 976%. And this is my point, look, guys. All right, pay attention to this. Nobody knows. There's different websites that I'm going to show you that they all show different amounts of what the free float is of Redbox. So nobody knows what the real free float is, right? And the outstanding shares. So this is saying, right, how many shares does Redbox have outstanding? 12.6 million. Okay, let's move on to the next one. This is from the NASDAQ. This is saying institutional ownership is at 300%. It's saying there's 13 million shares outstanding, right? But this company Apollo is holding 34, the majority, right? So 34 million shares held. How do you have 34 million shares held if there's only 12 million in the float, right? That's another sign. Here we go. This is Market Watch. This is Redbox. How many shares are outstanding? It says 8.83 million. So 12.6 million, right? And then where are these FTDs, right? That's why I continue to hold. I believe Redbox can still make one more move. I'm looking for an exit point, right? And I am down a little bit right now. Okay, you know, I entered a little bit early. I didn't get the cheapest price, right? But I still believe we can see a pop. And like, where are these shares, right? These are FTDs, millions of FTDs. If they are delivering them, you will see a price jump, right? So kind of low volume, 3.3 million today on Redbox, but that's what I'm saying. Like, where are these shares, right? They're supposed to deliver them. And the last thing, here's the proof. For short position holders are held liable to the long holder for distributions made by the company, including but not limited to dividends, regular cash, special cash and shares, rights, warrants, and spinoffs. This means that you could be liable for a substantial payment or take an additional significant economic exposure if you are short at the close business on the day prior to X dividend date. So this is what I'm saying. They have until the last day, right? And they're gonna wait until the last day. Like, shorts most likely, right? They're going to wait to cover until the very last minute. Okay, so yeah, guys, that's the video for today. Just wanted to bring you the information, you know, that I thought was important. All right, guys, so I hope you have a great rest of your day. Hopefully you learned something, pick some value up from this, right? If you want to show me some love, hit that like, subscribe, guys, all that stuff. All right, guys, so catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.